right, so let's remember that on number 4, well, I guess that was number 3, wasn't it? That our slope was 40, and our 2 points that we were using were 150, 6,500, and 200, 8,500. All right, so now the big question, can we find the equation of the line? If we knew the y-intercept, we'd be golden, but we don't. Now, a lot of students will ask right now, well, why don't we? Remember, y-intercept is always of the form 0, some sort of number. So since this isn't 0 and this isn't 0, those are not the y-intercept. Clearly, that point would not lie on the y-axis. So it says using x for your independent variable and y for your dependent variable, write a generic equation for cost using the slope-intercept form. Then substitute in the slope you found and the information from one of the points. This will give you an equation that you could solve to find the y-intercept of the line. So remember, the y-intercept was always like 0, and then we use b. So the y-intercept equation of the line is y equals mx plus b, where this b right here is the y-coordinate of the y-intercept of the line. So let's do what exactly they told us to do. They told us to substitute the slope in for m, and they told us to substitute the x and the y from one of these points. I will go ahead and use that first point. It would work regardless of which one we used. So 6,500 equals 40 times, what was our x? 150, and then plus b. Okay, so let's now go ahead and figure out what that 40 times 150 is. And it appears that that is 6,000. And let's solve for that b. So I'm going to subtract 6,000 from both sides. And I get b equals 500. Okay, so says this will give you an equation that you could solve to find the y-intercept of the line. And then it says, what does your y-intercept mean? Oh, let's go ahead and write this as an ordered pair. My bad. The y-intercept is 0, 500. There we go. So what does that mean? That means the hall would charge $500 for 0 guests. And you're like, well, that doesn't make sense if nobody's coming. If you're not inviting anybody, then clearly, why are you renting the hall? Well, I guess you could rent a hall and not have anybody come for $500. That would be possible. So that's like saying that is the flat fee to book the room. So this is the flat fee to book a room. All right, now they want us to write the linear model in the form of y equals mx plus b. Remember, if you would, that we know that our m is 40, and we just found out that our b is 500. Knowing that, we are ready to write our general form, and that is y equals 40x plus 500. That is what we are looking for right there. So here they have a step-by-step method of how to do this. It says finding the equation of a line through 2 points using slope-intercept form. So step 1, find the slope in the usual way. So we did that, didn't we? Difference of y over difference of x, and we got 40. Then it says substitute the slope in for m, which we did, and the x and the y coordinates, and for x and y in the equation y equals mx plus b. This results in an equation that you can solve to find b. And the 3 says now that you know both m and b, you can use y equals mx plus b to write the equation of your line. And we certainly did that. Y equals m was 40, so 40x plus, and then b was 500.